should you be using for Oblivion Remastered? This video will take you through the essential mods that you must be using if you are playing on PC. If you're playing on other systems, sorry, you're out of luck, baby. This is why the PC Master Race will always reign supreme. Now, obviously, if you're a watcher of this channel, or if this is the first time you've ever seen any of these videos because my titles and thumbnails are absolute bangers, well, you're probably playing Oblivion Remastered. If you are playing Oblivion Remastered, again, I hope you're playing on PC. And if you are playing on PC, then you must be aware of Nexus mods. You should be aware of Nexus mods because it is the one-stop shop for all your modding needs. Of course, they have been recently a little bit in the news because they tend to ban anything that might be from the Chuds, any MAGA people, any of those anti-woke morons, any mods that go male-female as opposed to type A, type B, 1, 2, they tend to get banned. Obviously, Oblivion Remastered was the first time where that got reversed. People wanted it. In fact, if we look right here, look at endorsements. Now, let's see. Right now, downloads. These are the things that people are actually using. Let's look at endorsements. All-time body type selector. It's a blowout. It's not even close. Is anyone using this mod? No. Why? Because it makes no difference to the actual game. The game is in no way, shape, or form changed. It uses gendered language. If you pick type 1 or A or whatever, if that maps onto a female body type, guess what? You're going to be referred to as Miss, as Lady, as Ma'am, as She. If it's male body type that it's mapped to, you get referred to as a man, as a boy, as a male. This makes no difference to the game, which is why no one's downloading it. But everyone said, you know what? We want it. We want this mod. We want it on this site. We want the option because we're sick and tired of all of this woke stuff interfering with our hobbies. And you know what? They won. They won. Great. Excellent. Wonderful. That's not what this video is about, though. This video is about what mods you should be using. Now, there are a couple that I think are just general, obvious quality of life. Do it, no matter what you're doing. Other ones, I think, are personally much more rewarding and help out the game experience and make it feel a little bit better. It gets rid of some metagaming aspects that are annoying, and if you don't know about them, they can really hurt your enjoyment of the game and make it cheap. Make the rewards for certain quests and quest lines cheap and annoying. So, first, ultimate engine tweaks, anti-stutter, and more performance. This and other mods like this are essentially engine tweaks to the Unreal Engine that create a smoother performance. They are things that will make it look a little bit better and, generally speaking, are not really going to make a huge difference depending on your system, but if your system's a little wonky, it might make a huge difference. The first time that I played, the opening cinematic was so out of sync, it was basically unwatchable. It was ridiculous. The second time, I didn't install this mod, but the second time, it played perfect. So, I installed this mod, I've got it. Anti-stutters, more performance, lower latency, better clarity, lossless. This changes very little, if nothing. It just makes the game look a little bit nicer, a little bit crisper, and it plays a little bit better. No reason not to install it. It's a very quick engine modification. You're not going to have any troubles with it. I like it. Now, the second group of mods that I highly recommend are things along the lines of unleveled item rewards. I don't recommend this one specifically. This mod, unleveled item rewards, quest, and you get the Crimson Eviscerator from Deep Scorn Hollow as, just a general pickup. You can get it right away, right out of the game. The second you exit the sewers, you can pick up an incredibly powerful enchanted item. With unleveled item rewards, it is the max level right out the gate, which means it will be unbelievably super overpowered. And this is true for every single item in the game. I don't love this because it defeats some of the progression. It makes some super early enchanted level items way more powerful than they should be. What I would recommend instead is Ascension Remastered, Vanilla plus Loot and Balance. Now this mod, along with Push the Win button, actually no. Let me rephrase. It is balanced unlevel rewards. Now it's all by the same person. Push the Win button. I actually recommend all of their mods. I like balanced unlevel rewards. I like leveled creature and item diversity, balance NPC level cap remastered, and Ascension Remastered. Ascension Remastered is the more or less all-in-one. This will do pretty much everything the other mods will do, but it does it all in one. I still have these other mods installed. If you just want the items, just go for balance and level rewards. But I like all of these things. All of these mods change the actual gameplay to a degree that makes it more impactful. The sense of progression is better, more consistent, and you don't get into these really weird situations where the second you hit level 30, all of a sudden, all of these bandits are wearing, full Daedric armor out of nowhere. What the heck? Why did that happen? I don't know. It's because you hit level 30. And now, those items populate, and this armor that is supposed to be super rare, and you can only get it from Daedric Prince. It's showing up everywhere. It's ridiculous. I like that. Now, this will make certain items more rare, like Elven armor, or glass armor, or Daedric armor. These things can only be gotten from certain areas, which means that if you're looking to gear your person out as quickly as possible, as best as possible, you're going to have a little bit more trouble doing that. But in my mind, that's good. This is a huge game. You're supposed to sink a lot of time into it, so why not make that time sink more rewarding? Now, other than that, I will say I think I have one other mod installed. This is Young Textures Revamped. I do not like the look of the young texture. I don't like this. How is this person, how is that young? This mother is absolutely ridiculous looking. Alright? They are looking completely old and frazzled. It's ridiculous. They've got all these lines. You're supposed to be young looking. Your skin should be smooth. Okay? So that's just a personal gripe of mine. I like it. I prefer this. There are a couple other mods that are along those lines, and obviously none of these are boobs and butts. It's a staple of Elder Scrolls. If you want to get into that, go ahead and get into that. I'm not going to do it because my video will get demonetized and deranked and destroyed, so I'm not going to do it. Another one that I do like, auto local map, smarter map opening. This will allow you to hit M in any dungeon, and then bam, it brings up the local map, as opposed to you have to click into the local map every time you do it. Now you can also get away with this with hitting tab. Tab will reopen your menu to whatever it was open to last. So you just have to remember to hit tab instead of M once you tab into your local map. That's what I do, and so I didn't actually install this, but I love the idea. I don't know if it works though. That's the only reason I can't 100% recommend it. Carry weight modifier, I also do like, to be honest, but I do think it breaks the game balance. Not as much as, having to console command God mode. I prefer this to that, but I think you can create a couple spells that, you know, boost your strength, boost your carry capacity, and that's actually a better, more in-universe way to do it. But it's something to consider if that's a little bit too much for you or you're not doing a mage build. That might be a good way to go. The other patches in here, the other mods in here that I cannot 100% recommend because I'm not using them, but are always good ideas. The optimizers. Again, alright, so Oblivion Optimizer is very similar to the engine tweaks. I prefer engine tweaks. But the patches. Patches and script extenders. These things, generally speaking, unless you're running a ton of mods, are not going to be massively necessary. The other thing to be concerned about with patches is if you are not patching, if the mod you're using is not synced to the same version of the game that you have, you're going to probably break your game somewhere. So those are things to be worried about. I will say that you can use Vortex, the Nexus Mods, proprietary, third person, blah, 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 mod manager. It used to break your game. When I first used it, it broke my game and I had to reinstall it. It was a huge pain in the butt, although I did figure out how to fix it immediately after I uninstalled and deleted the game. So that was a huge pain. But you can use it now, it's fine. It works okay now. The thing that you will have to remember though is that for some of these, like push the win button, he actually has a mod order specified. Like right here. That is what I would use. The Vortex mod engine manager right now does not do a good job at load orders. It has not figured out a system of doing that yet, so doing it manually is the better way to go. With all that being said, what mods are you using? Are you using boobs and butts? Let me know. Good luck in all your endeavors. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I shall say farewell for now.